Hey guys, you there? All right. I think I'm live, guys. I'm not sure. I can't tell. Hold on a second. I know I'm here. Y'all see me? Hey Robert, how are you? Oh, Dan D. All right. Okay, it looks like this is working. Trying to figure out why I can't see everybody in here. Hmm. All right, guys. Well, trying to make this thing work. I know trying to get that chat window to come up, but I guess it's disabled for whatever reason. I can still see you. Still see you guys there on the other side on the chat. So, guys, let's talk. Kind of here for you guys, taking this time today to figure out what it is what do y'all want to do. I appreciate everybody who watched the videos. Let's see. No audio. Oh, man, what the heck's going on? That's odd. Oh man. Well, shoot, guys, I'm sorry for the audio. Again, I'm not sure what the issue is. It could be the internet, maybe, or maybe who knows. So I guess we'll kind of go through here. Um, hey, Chris, what's happening, brother? So yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching, kind of hanging with me. It's a strange time we're in. I thought I'd never ever see the day the casinos would be closed, right? Who would ever have thought? But for the for the safety of everybody, I guess they've done it. They've done it, so it's good. Anyhow, yeah, Chris, I've got a mic on, and I've got a mic right here. I've actually got two mics. Not sure what the issue is. Got everything else turned off. So, I hate golly, I hate having technical difficulties on my first live stream. That's bad news. I hate that. Man. Let's see. Y'all can hear me. Hello. Let's see. Hey, Vince. What's up? That's great. Okay, so it is working, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking I'm talking to myself like a crazy man. Oh well, I'll have to figure out how to get that little chat window working right down there, wherever it is. So this is kind of like the new look for live. If I can ever get it to work, that'd be great. So you guys got to tell me, you know, watching, like I said before, I was watching all the different videos, saw a lot of different stuff, and man, it's a lot of time on everybody's hands, huh? Including mine. Heck, I've got the nicest yard in town. Nothing to do but yard work. Let's see. Oh my God, so many comments. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Pawn 692. Hello, hello. Sorry, Hampton Express. Sorry, my sound's going in and out. I'm not sure what's happening there. It's got to be the internet connections. Let's see. Anthony Hankerson, you're welcome, brother. Dan D. Again, thank you, buddy. Let's see. Dr. Chris, what's up, Doc? Glad you can hear me. Let's see. What we got on there? A lot of people here. My goodness. I didn't think I was going to have that many folks on today, to be honest with you. We're all a little crazy. Everything is crazy right now. Let's see. John Yoon, that dude has his phone on silent. I'm not sure what that is. Dice Sniper, what's up, brother? And well, okay, Anthony. I mean, the table's wide open. The only casino open today, right? The only table open right now is probably this one. What do you got, Anthony? Let's see, William. William, should I buy a 12-foot table to practice on? Something smaller will do. Well, that depends on you, buddy. First off, craps tables aren't, they're not that inexpensive unless you buy them used, right? And you can find them out there. If you've got the space, this is definitely a great investment. If you've got the space, this is a wonderful investment. Especially if you play a lot. You know, if you're just you go once every year, then, you know, that's up to you. Tables are good. I mean, it really doesn't matter what type of table that you get. If you play a lot and you play a lot of craps, invest the money in them. It's like anything else, right? Excuse me. Oh man, hold on a second. I don't think my chat's working. Dang it. I think I can make this work. There you guys are. Okay, maybe that worked. Oh, Victor Heroes here. Okay, cool. What's up, Victor? Okay, so anyway, I was saying, yeah, it's good to invest in a table if you guys want. Hopefully you got the space. Remember, a 12-foot table is actually longer than 12 feet. It's super long. So you got 12 feet inside, then you got like another foot on either side where your railing is. So I figure it's about 16 more inches. So you got to have quite a bit of space for that. But, you know, I'd get one. Mike with Dice, what's up, buddy? Yeah, you're watching live, bud. There is a delay, yes. There is a delay, but there's, you know, I guess there's a delay in my sound and in my video. What's going on, Quack Shooter? How you doing, buddy? But anyway, William, hey, yeah, sorry. You can buy a 12-foot table if you wish, or you can get a practice rig, or you can make one. There's many, many different ways of doing it. Again, a lot of it depends on your, you know, your dollars that you got, how much you're willing to invest. For example, you can go to Amazon or eBay or, you know, whatever it is, and you can take a look at the tables that are out there. They sell for, I think, $3,000 or something like that, $2,500, $1,500, whatever it is. You can go look at those, and those are good for practicing. The only difference is the surfaces will be relatively hard. 99 Craps Player 99 has one. George from CY has one. The surfaces are, I believe, they're relatively hard surfaces, which is good to practice with. It just gives you what you're looking for when you practice, guys, is the distance. A dedicated distance that you can use to develop your muscle memory for your arm, how you're going to shoot these dice, right? So every time you grab them and shoot them, you want to try to get them to land in the same place. You can still accomplish the same thing, like what I did when I first started. It was with a dang box. Put the box out there and you start playing, you know? My God, these comments are too many of them for me. Anthony, Vince strategy starting with $30 on a 6 and 8 and drop $1 after one of them. Oh man, my age, barely read these things. That's an old strategy. That's awesome, Vince. Hey Sue, how you doing? Let's see, good 6 and 8 strategy sitters, press down, yeah, okay. Let's see, Vince. I guess I'm viewing live. Cool. Yes, Mike with Dice, you are viewing live. Yes, my table is 12 feet. Sure is. That's what I practice on. Most casinos are going to have 12-foot tables. The only time you really see a long 14-footer is when you're seeing the Craps No More tables. Now, for the most part, you just need that extra space for the 2, 3, 11, and 12, and they stretch them out. Gene Chandler, there you go. See, FB Marketplace, great place to buy them. Right, you sure can. So I said you guys can look everywhere. You can get them custom made if you wish to. Let's see, Vince, Sue and you moved away. Oh, from grinder stuff. Okay. Yes, gigantic profits with power pressing. Hedging, so that you guys know, and Vince may agree, hedging is a way to play at the casino, make a little bit of money, play a long time without having a whole lot of risk. But with little risk comes little reward. Higher risk comes high reward. $2,000 to $3,000 sessions, that's right. William Reed, excellent, right there. So anybody out there who has a pool table, you got more than 50% of that thing built. Actually really good because the surface is going to be slate. A little tough, a little harder surface, different type of felt. What you could do on those tables is you could buy just the microfiber, the top layer, lay it on top of there if you wanted to. There you go, Mike. I am crazy. I am talking to myself on all my videos. That's awesome. Oh, man. I love you guys. Well, that's a great sense of humor we have. Let's see. Gene. Got lucky, yeah, you did. It's hard to get those finds out there, but you know, like I said, if you guys put your stuff out there, you're looking for it, you'll find somebody trying to sell you a table. You'll find someone trying to sell you a table. My table looks like 14 feet. That could be just the angle of the camera. It really is a 12 footer. It just looks bigger. Just the angle. I'm gonna build one. Okay, yeah, you can build your table. If you're handy like that, absolutely. Hey, what's going on, Skill and Luck? Hopefully hopefully you guys are, hopefully everybody's, being able to work from home, earn an income, do what you're supposed to do. I unfortunately not able to. William, best place to buy good dice? Depends on what you consider good dice. So when I first started, like most everybody else, including Bone Thrower, we all started getting our dice originally probably from Amazon, and you look for the best dice that you had out there. Not so much the most expensive ones, but you just tried to find some good quality dice. It's hard to say what they were. But now once you level up your game, like what we've done, really the only place that I would recommend it is Midwest Game Supply, by far. Yeah, they're on back order, and the lead time takes a while. But if nothing else, they are the best dice by far. Matter of fact, I just get off the phone with him today. I got about what did he tell me? 12 weeks. So if you guys are needing dice, I would say you may need to order them early. Let's see, Mike with dice. I shoot stick left 1 and I practice on an 8-foot table. That's not bad. You're pretty much from your stick left 1. You're going to be all the way at the end of your table, still going to give you a stick left 1 position. Or pretty much on that hook, right at the hook. Quack shooter. Yes, absolutely. Hopefully I can get back to work before too long. Hopefully we all can get back to work, making some money. Let's see. Skill and Luck, be safe, bud. Drive careful. Not sure what, Vince, I watched that video. I don't know what a shoe closet is. Unless it's like a big dresser laid down sideways. I mean, I didn't know what that was, but the table works. I mean, like I said, here's a guy, innovative, right? If you have space requirements or space constraints, you don't have a big, 30-foot by 20-foot room that's just laying around, then you have to make do with what you got, right? I've seen a lot of people just drill, they anchor pieces into the wall and use the wall as just one of the sides, one of the basically 2 bedroom walls, 2 corner walls as one of the sides, and then put up a secondary wall and just pitch right into it. Like I said, you don't have to have a fancy table, unless you just got money to burn. Mike with dice, 100%. Midwest Game Supply. I don't know. Is Midwest? Are you trying to say Midwest Game Supply or Midwest Casino Supply? Midwest Game Supply is the best, as far as I know. Edward Barnhard, hello, hey SNL. Did I find out what caused the problems with my channel? There was a couple things. So the way YouTube works is everything that I talk about gets translated apparently into text, and they're Autobots, whatever you want to call those things. They somehow flagged it the first time. Also, I had another flag for a copyright infringement, which that was a mistake. I'd already bought the copyrights to my music. And then there were, unfortunately, a couple of tags from others, which are content providers. So I don't know exactly what the issue was, but we're still working on that. Let's see. 12 weeks, yikes. Yep. Well, remember, so I was talking to him over there in at the Midwest Game Supply, and you got to remember the reason why these dice they take so long to produce is one casino will order anywhere between, what is it? What do you tell me, like 5,000 sleeves every 3 months. They're their biggest customers. They come first. You know, like I said before in one of my videos, you know, thank goodness for Bone Thrower, because he found the place, and graciously enough, Midwest Game Supply will sell to us for those of us who are wanting certified perfects. So, you know, it's not a bad thing. Don't push your luck, so to speak, right? There you go, Vince. Grade A dice, $14.99 instead of $5. That's right. They're good dice to practice with. Remember that. If you guys are practicing at home and you're not really you're not going to the casino every night or every other night, dice are dice. What you're trying to practice is not the dice. You're trying to practice your consistency. So you're trying to practice this. This is not what you're practicing. You're practicing your mechanics. You want to know the size of the dice to the best of your ability. And then you want to practice, for example, left-handed, you want to practice your mechanics throwing these dice. So what do the dice have to do with your mechanics? Nothing. The mechanics you can do all day long, like this, all day long. That's all you're doing. Dice have nothing to do with your mechanics. The reason we buy dice is for two things. For me, when I practice, I'm at the point I like to practice now with as close to casino specifications as possible. That's the only reason you would invest. Think of it like any professional athlete here. Athletes who practice with as close to game specs as possible. They're not going to go out, football players, right, aren't going to go out and play with Nerf equipment. I'm just not going to do it. Nobody plays with it. They're going to play with as much as they can. But when you do it professionally, you make the investment. And making the investment on your equipment is going to determine whether or not you stay playing professionally or not. So that's why we buy these dice. Let's see. Going on, El Toro Jackson, 711247. Hi, I'm here, brother. Sue is asking, where's the wife tonight? She's over at Mama's house. Her and the kids. Let's see, James. Good evening, brother. Throwing Thunder. What's up? What's up? Mobile shoe closet, 11-foot height, 7-foot long. All small poles and attachments, weights 12 pounds. Hey, there you go. You know what, Vince? What you could do this for everybody who's looking to find a cost-effective way, unless you're getting super, super lucky and find a $300 craps table. And if you don't have the power tools at home to be able to go build all this, and you don't have schematics and plans, or you're just not really comfortable doing all that, Vince, share with them on like one of your PDFs or something, where you got the materials and where you got it, so these guys may be able to, improvise a little bit. Yeah, 50-50 on 12-foot to 14-foot tables, depending on the age of the casino, right, Mike? What dice? Laughlin. Where's Laughlin? Let it roll. What's up, bud? How we doing? Been watching all your videos. So guys, yes, for me, I've been watching everybody's videos. like you guys, I've had a lot of time off. You know, for me, it's the video thing it's for you. I do this stuff for you. So I try not to bombard you with videos. I just do one or two here and there. But I'm going to try to get to some kind of routine now that everything's kind of getting back to some normalcy here. But for me, I've got so much time on my hands now. I don't want to make a video every 5 minutes. My wife will kill me. No. Mike with Dice, put vinyl down first before the layout on a pool table. You're talking about on top of it? On top of your felt? To me, I would say just put a if I had a slate pool table, the way I probably would have done mine would be just to buy an overlay and just lay it on top, because you've already got felt on top of that slate. You may have a slate table, I'm assuming. Let's see, Victor Tinajero. You used my random shooter strategy back in February in Vegas and started with $500, walked away with $2K. Nice, good job. Good job. That's awesome. So true. Dice mechanics. Yeah, so you practice with eggs. Crack 600. That's how you make egg foo young, brother. That's how you make egg foo young. Don't throw that stuff away, just keep it. All right, Anthony, yep, more videos. I'm working on it, yeah. So that everybody knows there's not a whole lot you can really do about craps, right? From a content provider standpoint, you look at it and say, well, what else can you do, right? Jeremy from Color Up has got a great concept, and I don't want to copy Jeremy. Jeremy has his own niche, and that's what he does, right? So he takes strategies and rolls them out, and I like that. Yes, I watch him all the time, so that y'all know. Matter of fact, when he has live chats on, I get on his chats and I watch them. I don't really participate because I don't want to steal the thunder. It's his channel, so I let him do his thing. I'll say hello, as you guys have seen a couple times. But he has so for example, his deal is he does his rollouts, and I love it. He does strategy explanations, teaches them for basic 101s. Again, I love watching his channel. I enjoy it. The guy's got some great production value, which is really neat, and that's some of the stuff that I've been trying to do myself, not being a producer or a photographer or a videographer. As you guys know from my beginning videos, I don't know how to do most of this, but I've been learning in the process, so this is the best I can do so far. Building a photo, where did you get layout? So Micro Dice, my layout came with the table when I bought it. It probably came from a place like Casinos for You or something, very similar to that. It was just a custom layout. I got to pick out all the colors, all the layout, everything I wanted to do. But when you do a custom layout, you got to make sure you check everything. That's really what you got to do. Too much is not enough. Panunas, content's awesome. Thanks, bro. Or ma'am, I'm not sure. Too much is not enough. Sometimes I wonder. Let's see. I love watching you personal twist on strategies. Yeah. Thanks, Vince. Thanks, Vince. Likewise. I love your stuff. I do. I really do. Let's see. Sniper. Hey guys, take a second and hit the thumbs up. It helps out. Yes, it does. It sure does. You guys, if you like it, pop it. Hit it. You know what I really want? More subscribers. We're trying to get to 1 million here. That's what I'm looking for. Dude, I know Color Up's got what, 47,000? 47,000 of you guys watching. That's awesome. Let's see. Throwing Thunder, thanks for the advice on playing close to specs as possible. Let's see, if I had known all that before I had my table, it would be bigger than 6 feet. You know what, bro? No, I'll tell you what, a 6-foot table is just fine. A 6-foot table is still just fine. Remember, you're playing with you're testing out your mechanics. If you had your table, and depending on what you can do with it, right? So mine is sectionable. I've got a total of 3 sections here. I can take the end off my table. So if I wanted to practice from further down at the end and play on a practice of 14 foot long, all I do is take that far end off, or this end off and open it right up. And I can stand back there pretty far away. So the 6-foot table, nothing wrong with it. Let's see. Yeah, Midwest Game Supply. Yep, absolutely. Mike, yep, you got bone thrower number 21. Now eventually we're going to have some El Toro dice here soon. I told you these dice right here from bone thrower are never going to see the light. They're never going to see the table. What number did I get? Number 5, I think. Or no, 3, 5. Dude, I can't even see this. What number is that? Oh, I can't see it. It's number 5. I think I got number 5. There we go, here. Here, just so y'all can see him up close. Might not focus on it. That's what I got him. No, I love them. I love them. I was really impressed with the dice. Yes, 1 million. Absolutely 1 million. Heck, I know there's a million I know there's a million craps players out there. Heck, they fill the casinos and come non-stop and constantly. I can't see that all of them are slot machine players. Yeah. Yep, things are going to be a little different, I guess, with Midwest Game Supply. Like I said, I talked to him this morning about ours, and it's going to be a little different process on how it's going to work. I'm probably going to do on my reds, my red dice, my blue dice, my green dice, probably going to do those as frosted. I'm going to do those as polished. I'm going to do a frosted look, something different. I'm going to have specialty black, specialty white as well. Brybelly, yep, Brybelly is Vince. Brybelly is also, those are my chips. Great quality products. Actually, Claysmith Brybelly is what it is. Craps Nation. I don't know. Oh, Laughlin, Nevada. Okay. There's a lot of Laughlins, I believe. Colorado River across from Bullhead. Okay, yeah, got it. Got it. Nation. All right. Does the dice change the way the dice roll? I don't, that's a great question. Will frosted dice differ from polished dice? I don't know. That's a great question. I've never actually played with frosted dice. I don't think so. You get most of your subscribers from at the casinos. I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, I when I'm at the casinos, I don't I don't tell people who I am. I get a lot of people that ask me if I'm El Toro, but I always tell them no. Yeah, I know. Yeah, felt. I would I'd just leave your felt on. Leave your felt on your pool table. Just put your overlay on top of it. And then you don't have to worry about it. If you want to staple it down, you could. Or you could, for example, rig up inside your table from your bumpers, those bumpers for your pool table on the outside. If you wanted to, you could literally just put your sidewalls up against it if you wanted to. Again, there's many different ways to adjust and modify your table. As long as you're practicing, to me, your landing zone, which is the most important. As you guys saw in that last video, it wasn't about the dice setting, man. You practice your landing zone, where you're going to have those dice land, and try to be consistent. That's one of the first things you want to try to do. Be consistent with all that. Am I going to join? Yeah, of course I am. So yes, so guys, yes, I am part of Craps Nation. I am not I'm not super active on there with them. Again, everybody's different, right? Everybody has their different things. I am part of Craps Nation. I do support Craps Nation. I am planning on getting to Las Vegas. I'm currently working some things out with one of the casinos. Unfortunately, with them being out due to this global issue that we have, it's getting very difficult, so I'm contacting them via email. So they're checking their emails, and they get thousands of emails, I'm sure, on a daily basis. But I'm working with one of the casinos there, so that we can, so I can see what we can do for El Toro Dice Club. But yes, I will be there. My dates, I believe, is going to be the 18th through the 29th, I believe. But yes, I will be there. Yep. Shout out, absolutely. CEG Dealer School, absolutely. They do a great job. They have a lot of stuff out there as well. No name, just in case. With video. Build also YouTube. Well, I don't know. I don't know, Gene. I haven't seen it from a guy named Just in Case. Mike, this is great. Things. Okay, yeah, awesome, bud. Thanks, Mike. Let's see. Fernando Rodriguez. Hey, what's up, buddy? I love my videos. I love making them. I love the game of craps. Yes, I do too. I hope to see you with all the Craps Nation Vegas. Absolutely. You know, I don't know. That's going to be a strange little deal, but I'll be there. Yeah. Yeah, it is funny when people start recognizing you, I guess. Again, for me, I try to stay a little bit, I try to stay off camera again, because it's one of those things I don't want. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. Let's see, he did a nice job on the simple build for Just in Case. Well, shoot, let's get the link. If he's got a website, let's find his link. Let's find out how much he charges for those tables and see what the tables look like. You know, it's all about, is it good quality, you know? So guys, what do you want to do? You want me to show you a different grip? You want me to show you something else, or we want to just kind of talk? You guys tell me. Your hour. Okay, I got you. Yep, so if he builds it for his own use, that's good. Again, you guys, same thing. If he's got plans, you can reach out to him and say, hey, by the way, send us out some plans, shoot out some plans, put it out there somewhere. You can either you can send it to my email if you want, and we'll put it up here, and I'll stick it out in one of the videos. I'll put it in the bottom so we can do a link if he wants, you know. Or you can send it to Craps Nation, either one, it doesn't matter. More videos during our isolation. That's what everybody else has been doing. I mean, literally, that's what everybody's been doing, is doing a ton of videos. You know, what are we going to do for, you know, an hour at a time, other than watch everybody's channel for an hour at a time? That's what I've done. I had to catch up with everything. Oh, great question, Dr. Chris. Dr. Chris, or Doctor or Dr. Either one. So yeah, do I have an arsenal of grips that I use at casinos from different tables or stick with one? Okay, that's a great question. So yeah, there's a I use there's a couple of different grips I use. See, let's get here where you can see them. All right. So when I'm on the stick left side, depending on where I am, I'll hold the dice in line and I'm holding them like this. My hand is laying down more towards the back. Fingers are flush, and I'm grabbing those dice just like this. Really more a two finger. Oh, there you go. Sorry, too high. It's really more a two finger with this finger just sitting, and my pinky holds it in, keeps it tight. Okay, that's my throw. And the reason I lay my hand down this direction is you see how straight it gets? When I slide this thing back and drive the dice forward underhanded this way and just release the thumb, they don't really spin. And everybody has a different take. That's another thing too. I was gonna kind of, I hate to use those words dispel, right? But everyone has their own preference. Remember this. Everyone has their own mechanics, their own way of throwing dice, their own way of holding dice. I do have several different grips for different positions around the table, right? Ultimately, it's designed to yield results. And the reason I do that is I can't just walk up to a casino every time and say, okay, yeah, this is my position. And they have my name, my little placard right here that says El Toro right here. That's my space. It doesn't work like that. When I walk up to a casino, first off, nobody knows who the heck I am other than the dealers, and I have to find a spot on the table. So you have to learn how to be proficient from every spot if you can, but that takes years. Again, I said on the last video, I very rarely shoot from the right side, very rarely. I'm not proficient at all from that spot. It's probably my worst place to shoot from. El Toro tries stick right one, ass to the rail with an ice grip. Ice to the rail. I did the stick right one, but I do it more with my side to the rail. This type of grip, it's my hands, I don't know what, I've said it before, my thumbs, as you can see, my thumb pretty much covers this entire dice, and then some. It's got too much grip on it for me to use a tongue grip. Even if I try to hold them to the top, my thumbs are so small at the end, it doesn't really hold them that well. It'll make them come out. I try not to do that. Yeah, Vince, I do track my rolls actually. I put them in, I've got it in Bone Tracker. Micro dice frosted, yes, and white, yes, and black. Difference is I have to buy them all. So a little different from the way they're doing it now. They've changed it up a little bit. So what I was talking to him about was this. If I do set up the dice with them, I'll have to buy several thousand of them, which is, it'll be pretty expensive. I don't know how many people would actually want them. But, you know, I'm going to keep them. I'm going to end up buying some anyway because I'm going to use them all. It's been locked down until June 30th. Oh my God. Wow. Can't get in and out of Canada, or Vince, or is it just everybody's on like stay at home? Yes, the mint chips, that's correct. Micro dice, that's what I got. Let's see, Gene Chandler. See, just in case video on how we built his table. Sorry the link got away from me. No worries, we can find it. I'll find it and we'll post it somewhere. So let's see, throwing thunder for a beginner like me. Should I practice the same grip and dice set or switch it up? Been having trouble being consistent. Okay, throwing thunder, another one. So yes, here's the problem with trying to do it all. You guys heard the saying, jack of all, master of none? That's what you're doing there. So it's taken years for me. Years. Master dice sets or dice grips, right? And proficiency. And I haven't had a table for years. Trust me. I've been shooting onto all kinds of things. Like I said, boxes to buckets to everything. If I were you or any beginner looking at shooting dice or learning to try to shoot dice, influence dice, the first thing I would do is find a surface that's there, it's consistent about, it's going to be 37, 38 inches in height. And start throwing into it. And if you have to, get some tape, mark a square, 9 inches by 9 inches by 9 inches, or 7 by 7, depending on how accurate you want to be from back there. But that little square on the far side is going to look tiny. The first thing you're going to want to do is practice getting both dice to land in that square. That's the first thing you're going to want to do. Doesn't matter what your grip will be at that point. But if you want to practice a grip, I would tell you practice whatever grip feels the most natural to you. You don't have to be the guy that has a 3-finger overhand grip, right? That does this, hold, take forever, throw it, and then try to figure out, do I flip my hand? Do I flip my wrist? Am I turning it too much? Don't be that guy. Do what works best for you mechanic-wise, for your hands, for your wrist, for your motion, for your body. Everyone's different. There is not one school that says this is the best and this is how I'm going to teach you how to throw. Well, you may not be able to throw that way. Find out what works best for you and do it that way. And then practice that grip, practice your toss, and try to keep it consistent, right? So if you want to shoot in this fashion, an overhand grip, fingers high towards the top of the dice, touching the pips, right? You want to shoot in that fashion because it's easier for you and you feel that you can control the dice better, then go for it. Do that, right? That's what's good. You do that. What you want to do is make sure that you practice your mechanics in getting the dice to hit that landing zone. And when they hit the landing zone, they're hitting it with finesse. They're not hitting it like that, right? You don't want them to have a ton of energy on them. Because then it is 100%, 100% erratic. It's going to be a violent explosion of your dice. You want to try to keep them smooth and elegant, right? Give them finesse. And you got to learn how to do that. And that's what we call mechanics. I'm not sure if that's what Bone Thrower is talking about when he talks about it, but that's what I talk about. Having a nice fluid toss where you grip your dice, okay, you grip the dice, and on this side, by the way, stick right. I'm holding them, laying my hand down this way, let's say exaggerated. I'm more on the back side of the dice, holding them down. I'm actually holding them just like this, so that you can see. Okay. There we go. Just like that. Pinky in there. Okay, 2 different ways. 2 fingers or 3 fingers, whichever one you want. So when you take this, nice and mechanically, let's say, in my case, I slide my dice back and I'm Gonna gently toss them down there, keeping it as smooth as I can, right? That's what I'm gonna do. Finesse them down there. You don't want to force them down there. You don't want to blast them down there. You want to finesse them down there. Let's see, how do you reduce the energy? Well, again, that has to do with finesse. You have to find the right height for the distance. That's how you reduce the energy. The higher they go, the more energy is required to travel. Let's see if I can do this right. To travel from, here we go. To travel from point A to point B, when you throw them up, they have to come down. You got to have a lot of energy to travel that distance, a long way, versus keeping the trajectory a little bit lower. You don't have to have quite the energy. At least that's what I found. Your nails are gripping the dice? Okay. That's great. I cut mine so far down, I don't have nails. My nails are all the way down. Do I always throw without spin? And is that what works best consistently for you? Yes. Yeah, I try my best to throw without spin. It's not 100%, and that's, again, throwing for years, it's still not 100% without spin. The dice are still going to have some kind of movement on them. You try to reduce that as best you can. It does work best for me because the trajectory of my dice is going to be very low. So I want to keep them from spinning any more than what I have to. When's the meetup in Vegas? Meetup in Vegas is going to be in September. I'll be there September 18th through the 29th. Let's see. Yep, yeah, plans for his table, absolutely. Do I bet on other rollers? Sure I do. Not always though. Depends. I try to look at each roller. Oh, here's a good. That's actually pretty good. Let's talk about that, John. Yoon, and welcome, by the way. So what do we do when you approach a table? What do? You just jump right in there and put all your money out there, or what? I don't. So when I walk up to a table, I walk up and I'm shooting right then and there. What I do when I walk up to a table, you buy in, obviously, and I start watching everybody play. I just start watching. I'm looking not at how they're playing, I'm looking at how they're shooting. A lot of people out there that try to be shooters, which is good. I prefer someone trying to be a shooter than someone just, pitching dice. And again, the probability for me that you're going to have a little bit higher rate of success with someone who's trying to shoot dice is greater than actually the random. Even though the random, by luck, pure luck, has had the longest rolls recorded. Not bad. I haven't really been recording all of them. Let's see, but yeah, so anyway, I walk up to the table and I watch everybody. Then from there, I'll decide on who do I feel would have the best chances of at least breaking me even on the table. Meaning when I put my money out there, that we're not going to 7 out and I lose it all, right? Haha, Toothpick Production, what's up, Ted? Another guy right there who has fantastic skills in the way of audio and video. That's awesome. Hey, I need to get me a little figurine. I love it. Let's see. Yeah, hashtag on the emphasis. Finesse, yes, that is true. So that you guys know, it's not just pick up 2 dice and toss them, right? There's things that people, they're not going to tell you, unless you pay them money, which is, again, I think that is probably one of the most foolish things I've ever seen. The reality of it is, guys, that all this is just, to me, I look at it and say it like this. If I'm going to be on a casino craps table, and I'm going to be standing next to you, and you, and you, I would much rather see everybody doing well without having to go pay money to go learn how to throw dice. Because the reality is, it's not really throwing the dice that you're paying for. You're paying for someone to tell you it's in between your ears, that don't get stressed out, watch what you're doing, and keep your mechanics straight. I mean, I have to assume. And then they're going to tell you how to shoot dice based on what they know. But the real part of it is how do you get your dice to get down there nice and gentle, so that by the time they get down there, there's not a whole lot of energy left to travel when they get there. That's the tough part. Patriot Man message redacted? Interesting, how'd you do that? Let's see, look at the ATS and start betting on the numbers rolled. Uh-huh. I like when they open a table at 10, get my spot at 1. Yep. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes there's a lot of other people out there too. Again, I stay up so late. I don't see 10 o'clock in the morning. Toothpick, yeah. Fine, this is my first time live, but actually, it's my first time live. I had some technical difficulties at first, but I'm trying to figure all this stuff out with OBS. Dominator rule, 5 count. Yeah, wait 5 rolls. Okay, so there's thoughts on that too, right? So, wait 5 rolls. Again, there's stuff I agree with, there's stuff I disagree with. So I got a question for that, right? So, if we're playing money on the table, and let's just say, hypothetically, the first shot that comes out is a 5. And I don't have money on it, I'm going to lose getting paid on 1 roll. The second shot is a 3, the second one's a 2, the next one's an 11, next one is a 12. Right? The odds of that happening right now, pretty slim on a random, on random throwing of those dice. Even controlled shooting or semi-controlled shooting of those dice. Even when I did my field for you, I did my field number throw for you when I was tossing my 2 ace set like that. I couldn't get 6 in a row in that field. Maybe I did, I don't remember, but it's very difficult to do, to hit the 2, 3, 11, 12. My point to that is this. Let's just say 50% of those get hit. Okay, we take away 2. I want to capture the most common numbers thrown on a 5 count. Whoops, the 6 count. The most common numbers will be the 6 and 8. So if I have 150 on the 6 or the 8, either one, I'll get paid 175. Plus I've already hit on 1. So I'll get paid 175 plus the quarter would be $200. It covers 1, 2, 3, 4, the 100 that's already on there. Now I've got a $100 profit. At that point, I would bring it down if you're risk adverse to 5. That's just my opinion. Again, everyone has a different way of playing. There's not a right way, there's not a wrong way. It's just a matter of what you choose to play and how you choose to play, right? It's a great rule. Not a whole lot of shooters can get out there and hit 5 shots. But the average shooter, the average person who holds the dice and throws them, you're going to get 6 rolls out of them. Sometimes 8. I want to capitalize on those. Overall, eventually, when I get the dice, I will make up my losses. Now, not everybody else can do that. That's what I understand that, right? Not everybody can do that. But the reason you're going to the Dominators classes or whatever they have is because he teaches you how to shoot, right? Well, the logic behind this for me, I guess, is this. If you're teaching me how to shoot well, then why would I wait 5 rolls before I actually put my money out there? That doesn't make me any better than when I started. Again, this is my take on that. Logic, I guess, for me. In the September meetup, do you know where you're staying and where you plan to play? Yes, I'm staying at the Bellagio. William Reed, how do you mentally prepare to play at the casino? Okay, great question. So, how do I mentally prepare? Well, first things first, I go in knowing or preparing my mind that I'm going to win first. I'm going to make money. I don't go in saying, well, if I lose half my bankroll, then I'll be able to come back tomorrow. Or if I lose $100, then I can always step away. I don't prepare myself mentally that way. I go in saying, I've got confidence in my abilities. I've got confidence that I put the time behind my dice to be able to place bets that are going to yield me the money that I'm looking for. So when I go in, it's just another day at the office practicing for me. I just happen to be at a table exchanging real tokens as opposed to those tokens, right? Those checks. Those checks are different. Those checks, I have $1 million. Checks at the casino, I only get however much I cash in with. That's how I prepare mentally. Then from there, it all comes just, that's why I said the muscle memory comes back. It's like any other person, any other athlete training. When you practice and practice and practice, the rest is easy. It almost comes, it's second nature. Let's see, I don't get out to the West Coast much. However, I would love to shoot with you. Do you have any trips planned to the East Coast? I don't know. There's many craps tables out in the East Coast. The Carolinas, I thought, took all their craps tables out. Mississippi, I believe, has craps tables. Georgia, I think, has craps tables. Florida, you have to go on the water to go to craps tables. South Carolina, I think you also have to go to the water, if I remember right. I remember they changed that. Let's see, Patriot Man, where are you at? Let's see. How about this, Patriot Man? Where are you? And I can tell you, and then if you're close enough, I can ping you. Let's see. Plus, I think the flatter the dice land, the more energy is bled off. Yes. So again, you guys have heard me in my videos say, hey, I want the dice to land square to the table. What I mean by that square is exactly what Mike with dice is talking about. I want those dice to land like that, square on the table, flat on that flat face surface right there. We don't want them landing on the edges. Okay, we don't want them landing on the edges or on the corners. You want to try to get them as flat on that table, as square on that table as possible. So when they hit, that surface has absorbed the majority of the energy on those dice. You're an MS. Okay. All right. I'll hit you up. Let's see. Northeast, many tables. Okay, yeah, Northeast, up in the hot zone. yeah, Atlantic City area. Let's see. Monster Rolls, CT, and Mass have tables. Okay, yeah. Okay. Mississippi. Okay, yeah, like I said, I'll ping you on that one, Patriot. I will ping you on that one. It's not too terribly far. Toro's back. Who is that? C. God dang it. Okay, hold on. Let me adjust my contact lens here. What does that say? Kale? C4IL? C41L? Yeah, El Toro is back, brother. I am back. Now, of course, I'm out of action. I don't have any, don't have any casinos to go to. Yes. Yeah, that guy, sorry, it kind of goes back. Again, here we go, guys. Answering everybody's questions if I can. Yes. So, Gene, great. Do I roll a few times before I bet heavy on the table just to see how I roll the dice so they're going to react? Yes. As you know, casinos do change their layouts constantly. And everybody's always moving around. You know, and the funny part is this. I've already asked the question once before. If for some reason, if casinos didn't believe in dice control or us shooting the dice or dice influencers, then why on earth would they be changing their underlayments all the time, making them different? You know, why would they do that? Why would they worry about putting nylon on the table? They wouldn't. You know, if they didn't really care, we're not cheating the system. We're just, you know, we're just playing as an advantage player. That's all we're doing. But yes, I do wait. I do throw a couple of times. That's why I watch. I watch most of the dice. I'm watching the shooters shoot, but I'm also watching the dice. I'm watching how they're reacting on the table as other shooters are shooting them as well. Okay. Shoot me an email, Patriot. You got my email down there. Shoot me an email and I'll be able to reach out to you. See, Sue and I are strategy players. How we prepare is practice at home from buy-in to cash out. Yep, and know that every bet pays, like learning your part in a play. That's correct. Calls, tipping, introduction, that's correct. So, good point, Vince. Great point. So one of the things we do when we do practice here, for example, is when I do go to a table, a real table, again, I've put so much time behind these dice that I already know how I'm going to bet. What I don't know is exactly how those dice are going to react on the surface every single time. Even to the casinos that I frequent all the time, they even change those up as well from one day to the next, or 1 week or 2 weeks at a time. There's many, many differences. Sometimes they even change out the dice, and those are things that most people don't even see. They'll flip them out from one size to the other. Small changes that will actually make a difference on how you throw. But yeah, you practice from start to finish. That's why you see most of these times when I'm practicing, like on the last videos, I put money out there and I watch how much I'm going to make based on how my betting is going, how my throwing is going. And at the end, you saw me throw that last bit of money that says, hey, this is for the dealers. That's exactly what I do. I throw the money for the dealers because they're working hard. That's what they do. Shoot, something happened, James. Not sure what happened there. Message was retracted out. Let's see. Alabama. Yep. Okay, buddy. You're talking about backstreet games, which, yeah, I've played those too. Always been, every time I do something like that, I'm always accused of cheating. Let's see. Yep, CEG, David from CEG, yes. So David, I believe, I'm not sure what his strategy is called, but he likes to, they build. So it's a building strategy versus a regressing strategy. Sorry, I'm gonna walk over here. So if we take the same amount of money, this is probably what we'd want to look at. I'll probably get with David, maybe if since he's a dealer, he understands it better than I do, I think. If you take two same amounts of money and you bet 6 and 8, 6 and 8, except he's putting 50 and I'd be putting 175. Okay. The first hit for me is my highest exposure. The first hit for him is the lowest exposure. Now, probability of a 7, guys. Lower 1, 2, 3, or higher as you get towards 4, 5, 6. Again, matter of opinion, right? I believe it's as you get higher into the amount of throws. So when mine does hit, this comes down and I'm regressing down to 1. Oops, that was his. When mine hits, I get hit big and then I regress down to 1, right? Then I start pressing and doing the same thing. David's plan is he's growing it little by little as they hit. But when the 7 does come, he hasn't pulled anything back. I've only lost profits at this point. All of David's profits are still stacked up on here. David's plan is good. Nothing wrong with his plan. I just have a different way of looking at it where I want to drag my profits sooner than later in the event that I do catch a 7. Nothing wrong with either one of the two strategies. They both work. They both work well. What's beneficial about David's strategy is you get to table max very quick because you're getting there on the first 4 rolls. Mine's a little different where I can still get to table max. Oops. I can still get to table max. It's just going to take a while. I have to hit the big bet first. Anyway, we've been on here for a while. Shoot, I don't know how long. We're going to. I'm going to try to do this maybe once a week if you guys like, just to kind of talk and chat and see what y'all want to do. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate each and every one of you, all the viewers who are watching right now that didn't chime in on the chat. You know, it's okay. This is a the no spin zone here for me, brother. It's easy, guys. Again, I like the back and forth. I like the camaraderie. I like everything about this game. So, guys, like, subscribe. Thank you, viewers, for liking and subscribing. For those of you who haven't subscribed, punch the button. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't get any crazy emails. We're not tracking you. None of that stuff. I do have some. I'm working on some stuff. It's going to be a lot of different things. I hope you guys like the logo. It's going to look pretty damn good on. It's going to look sick on hats and shirts. So we'll see who supports. We'll see who supports. Guys, I'm going to take off. Unless you guys got something else. Dude, it's been an hour? Dang! Oh, okay. Gene, my preferred landing zone? Right here. In this area. 2 of them. When the dice hit here and here, they take 1 kick. Very rarely do they reach the alligator backing. Think about that. Let's see. All right, yep. Yep, all right, cool. All right, guys, anyway, it's been fun. We're going to do it again next week. Peace.